Hello everybody, welcome to Convergence. My name is Gregory Parks and you are watching ConLink on CVG-TV. Our next guest is the co-head of the Spoken Word Committee at Convergence. Please welcome Philip Andrew Bennett Lowe. Hello, how are you doing?
Hey, I'm doing all right.
Beautiful. Well, thank you for joining us today.
Yeah.
So my first question, this is a new committee. This is a whole new branch of Convergence. Would you please describe the Spoken Word Committee?
Yeah, absolutely. So our goal is to create a space for spoken word performance, and that encompasses pretty much everyone who walks onto a stage and entertains people by talking. That's stand-up comics, that's slam poets, that's storytellers, that's monologuists, people who do solo shows, readings. This is the space for those things to happen.
So how does that relate to harmonic convergence, which people are familiar with from past convergences? How is that related?
Well, harmonic convergence is primarily focused on music, and in past years, they've been the ones to absorb a lot of spoken word performance. A lot of the stand-up shows are happening on the HarmCon stage. It's just that part of the con has grown and expanded enough that we think it merits its own space. So that's what we're taking a swing at this year.
Beautiful. And so that's why spoken word branched out and now it's its own department, right?
Totally. Yeah.
Beautiful. So what, so do you know at this point where in the new hotel the spoken word stage will be happening, and most importantly, when will it be happening? Convergence.
It will be happening in a yoga room on the 6th floor is its location, and there will be events spread out over all 4 days of the con. So.
Oh, beautiful. So what can people expect from that stage? From spoken word?
Like I said, we've absorbed a number of existing events, like the stand-up showcases, like the author readings, and there's also a whole bunch of new. There's storytelling shows. We've got there's a pun competition one evening, poetry. There's a speculative fiction open mic. There's just if there's any word geeks out there, we are the corner of con that you want to be in.
Ah, beautiful. So finally the word geeks get a space just for them. Marvelous. So it's like the gaming room, but instead this is the word room.
Totally.
Beautiful. So how would somebody get involved with the spoken word department? What sort of people do you need? What sort of people are you seeking for your volunteers, and how would they get involved with the spoken word department?
Oh yeah. In terms of volunteers, the simplest way is to contact us through the spoken word email. We are working on setting up a volunteer page, which should hopefully be totally established by the time this goes up. And if you're interested in performing, like I mentioned, there's a couple of events we have going on that are show up, sign up, and hit the stage. If you're interested in anything more ambitious than that, again, contact the spoken word email and we can start talking about booking shows for 2020. We want to make space for as many different kinds of spoken word performance as we can.
Beautiful. So how did you get involved? How did you get pulled in with being a co-head of the spoken word department?
Yeah, the con approached me. I've been the co-host of the Poetry Slam for the Convergence Poetry Slam for 2 years leading up to this, and in the years previous to that, I was producing a number of storytelling and spoken word shows. So I think I banged my head against that wall enough that they noticed I was doing that, and was probably someone who was enough of a glutton for punishment to so.
Well, I imagine that, having attended other convergences in the past, And
So, yeah.
even taking into consideration that you're a co-head, that you are going to be allowing yourself some time, taking advantage of time to enjoy the convention on your own terms, on its own
Oh yeah.
merits. What has kept you coming back to Convergence year after year, and what's one of the things you look forward to most when you return?
There's there's a lot of things. It's a totally unique audience for a writer performer. This is a place where all the pop culture references that I have to chisel out of my shows usually because no one's ever going to get them. This- and I'll confess to being a total panel geek too. I definitely get into the panel discussions, and I am someone who is totally happy to sit in a room and listen to smart people argue about something. So that's a definite way in for me.
So, being a panel geek and a convention goer in general, what is a convention moment that stands out most to you? Have you had any moments when you've rubbed elbows with a guest of honor, or just completely geeked out and lost your cool around a guest of honor or because of a guest of honor?
I wish something was springing to mind. I definitely, because the stuff I think I really geek out about. I get like really into the science panels and stuff like that. I love listening to like an expert dig into a really interesting problem that I do not understand at all. So, I wish I could single out a single moment, but it's such a big, blurry, overwhelming experience. It's such a sensory overload thing to be wandering from room to room at con that is the experience as far as I'm concerned. Like,
So another question, one more question. What are the requirements for people to participate in spoken word, on the spoken word stage? What do people need to bring to the table? What do people need to show when they contact, when they email?
oh, I mean, ask enthusiasm. I mean, definitely. Like, if you're interested in performing, sure. If it's someone who has 20 years of work on a spoken word stage, we're gonna say, great, let's find a space for you to perform. But at the same time, if you've never performed before, but you've got an idea that you're really excited about, I mean, Convergence is about community, and we want to find a space for that to happen too. If it's your very first time on a stage, we're probably not going to give you a full hour to manage a room by yourself, but we'll find you 10 minutes as part of a showcase or something. We if you've got the enthusiasm, we want your voice, and we want to find a space to make that happen.
Beautiful. Well, thank you. We look forward to the addition of the spoken word department this year, and the new energy and new possibilities this might bring, especially with
Yeah.
where it comes to spoken word, speculative fiction in poetry, and short story format, and even in this year, I had mentioned earlier, on the stage in the Twin Cities, just this last month alone, we've had speculative fiction plays in Park Square and at the Penumbra.
Yeah.
So this seems like a
Yeah.
really timely development, and this will be exciting
Absolutely.
seeing what it brings.
Yeah.
So thank you for joining us, and we look forward to
Thank
seeing
you
you
so
at the
much for
convention.
having me.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
My name is Gregory Parks. You have been watching Conlink.